Hello, I'm Tina Jennings. Now, we know that there are children here in Arizona that are looking for loving forever homes. But today we are really going to put the foster care situation into shocking perspective and tell you at home how you can help. Welcome, Dave Quist, back to the show. Dave, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks for having me back.
Now, when I say we're going to kind of put this into perspective, we're going to kind of give some stats about the numbers, but we're going to give these analogies that really kind of hit home for us. So let's talk about how many children are really in out of home care.
So statewide, the number is approximately 19,000, give or take. And for those who are familiar with the University of Arizona, you can equate that to the McHale Center being completely full with 5,000 more kids waiting outside to get in.
What a way to kind of put that into perspective. So an entire stadium full, there's still 5,000 more kids waiting
Absolutely.
outside. So what about children that are being raised by their grandparents, again, statewide?
Sure, so that number is even greater. There's more than 65,000 kids statewide that are being raised by their grandparents, licensed or unlicensed, it doesn't matter. And I discovered actually that's greater than the total number of students at the U of A and the faculty combined. So
wow. So this is exactly why you and I always sit down, kind of have these conversations, how people can help, what we're going to do, is because that number is always going to be greater than what the help that we have available. So
Absolutely.
The more we can get people educated and let them know what we can do, the better. And even to hit it home even more, kind of break down the age groups of all of those children.
Well, of course, there's kids in foster care all across the age range, but the highest two groups, the first one is kids age 1 to 5,
yeah.
And then the second highest age group is children 13 to 17.
So again, think about all those numbers we just went through. Now put those faces, those young faces, to those numbers. And I know we're going to kind of talk about how people can help or why this is so important. But I first want to kind of, again, do a little bit of education. Explain what that means, foster care, or what if somebody doesn't really understand that versus maybe adoption or something else.
Well, some, like the grandparents, for example, some of them are doing foster care and they're not receiving any reimbursement for it. I mean, they're just taking care of the kids day to day. That we refer to that as kinship, when you're taking care of a family member or someone that you know. But there may be people that have been thinking about doing foster care for a long time and they just haven't quite made the decision, to pull the trigger on that yet. But there are still so many kids that just need a caring adult to provide them with a safe, nurturing environment.
Now, why is that so important?
Well, there's numerous studies that have been done, and we talk about this all the time in the training classes that we do, that every child just needs one positive adult relationship in order to be able to develop more positive adult relationships down the road. And
now, if, like you said, maybe somebody is at home and they were that person, they're thinking about it, they're thinking about, I might have that available in my life to be that person that statistically life-changing for a child. How do they get more information, or how do they figure out if this is something they want to be a part of?
Well, they can call the number. I think you have our number on your screen. We have orientations at our office the first Monday of every month. The next one, I believe, is February 6th, and they're at 6 o'clock.
And so the orientation is where it's no obligation. It's basically just come, get the information, see if it is, you want to continue on that path, if this is right for you. And I've been doing interviews and have been involved with talking to people for foster care, whether it's adoption and everything. And all of the parents or people that I have ever talked to that have foster cared have said, I've taken away just as much from the situation as the child did. And a lot of them kind of put that, again, that perspective into it. So I'm so glad that we're having these orientations to see if we can find more people that, like you said, could be that one person that can make that change.
And even if they're not, even if foster care is not something that they can commit to right now, there are other things that they can do, that they can find out about how they can contribute to the life of a child.
And all you have to do is get the information. So I'm
just call.
Yep, I'm going to reiterate again how they can get that. But Dave, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you. Thank you again.
Now, the next orientation for foster care and adoption services will take place February 6th at 6 p.m. at the address on your screen. For more details, give them a call at 318-4882 or visit arizonaschildren.org.